Tonight we have a cyclocross course proposal that was brought to the let's see, I guess administrative committee last week, and just one of the things that I get a lot of questions about is what the heck is cyclocross. I've got the we're requesting this cyclocross bike course, and it'd be located on the northern part of the property out there on West Palouse River Drive. Estimated overall cost of this is to develop it is about $4,700 with an annual operating cost of $880. And cyclocross is a form of bicycle racing, and it consists of the course featuring an area's natural terrain, and it's not limited to really anything. It's just whatever's there, and it also includes various obstacles, and the riders dismount and carry their bikes around some of the obstacles. Some of them they go over and some they go around. So now, in case you brought your popcorn, let's see here. Show you a real quick video of this. This will help explain a lot. And if you could, as this is going through, notice on where the kids are riding their bikes, you'll see that it's just a dirt path, that the pathway was actually created by the bikes themselves. And then if you'll notice on the sides of those bikes where the grass is mowed, that's kind of our maintenance area. That's where you'll have one swipe with the mower, and it takes care of both sides of the path, and that's it. So anyway, that's just something to see as you go through this.
I feel good.
Thanks, Megan. Okay, so you stay on. Oh, you see it.
Good mud shedding tires.
Bring it in, Rocky Cheetos. What was the best part of going out on that lap? Going down hills. Okay, what else? You guys saw everybody. What's that? Everybody like going down hills. You guys like the box? Up and down. Cool. Well, you guys want to try another lap?
Yeah.
Was that worth the price of admission or what?
It's always good to see kids on bikes having fun and doing some physical activities. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, originally this project proposal was brought to staff's attention by local biking enthusiasts and members of the Palouse Bicycle Racing Organization. We have Matt Mora and Jerry Long. Matt's in the audience here, still awake. You might have seen Matt in the newspaper here not long ago. He was the winner of the, I don't remember what the name of the race is, but they go up the old Lewiston grade on bikes. And so he's a biking animal. But anyway, this is what we're proposing. This is not exact, but it's a basic layout of where we're talking about and how it would be laid out. We have a parking lot. It's a small 10-car parking lot on the western side. That would have to be constructed. We're just talking gravel. And then, of course, the pathway zigzagging and meandering around through the property. And the little red dots are just my version of where possibly different obstacles might be located. This particular project is we consider temporary. This property could be developed into whatever we want at any time. So with that, I mean, it's very low impact on anything and everything. This is a view from West Pouce River Drive looking west, and same road looking east. And this here is out on the Fountain property where they have had their temporary track in the past. And this is the pump track over at PCEI. It's a lot smaller. And if you noticed, if I've got this right, in the film you saw the one kid when they said this is how you do it, and he's just pumping away and taking advantage of the hills, and so you don't do a whole lot of pedaling. You use gravity and the pumping to make yourself go. Where our course is a lot longer, and we would not be constructing all those hills like that. You use the terrain that's there and the few obstacles. This is just a quick shot of a similar course that's up, I believe, in Coeur d'Alene. And this was done by our engineering folks. You can see where the parking lot is. This was checked out to ensure that it was safe as far as alignments. There is a hill over here to the east to make sure there was no site alignments for hazard when people would pull in and out of the parking lot, and it was deemed safe. And the cost of this project, like I said earlier, the development cost is about $4,700. The small parking lot, the trail, there's no cost to that. The obstacles would be donated. We have a trash receptacle, an extra one on hand at the shop. Annual operating costs of about $880. $630 of that would be for a porta potty, and then some gas and labor costs to go by and pick up any trash that might be there. And key points to this: it's very neighbor friendly. In itself, it's a very quiet sport. The gathering place is where people would mostly be. Where you would have the people noise would be over by the parking lot anyway, away from the developments. There's no power, there's no sound systems, no lights, any of that kind of stuff. This fits in with our Parks and Rec master plan that was adopted this last December. It definitely fits in with the healthy active lifestyles. It's good use of this property. It's low development costs, low annual operating costs. It's volunteer oriented. It's usable for all ages, concentrating here anyway with youth, but it would be available for any age. And right now there's the land is being farmed for hay, and that would still be able to take place even with this path. It would just basically, the only things that would be different is he would just have to go around the obstacles. So he could drive right over the path with his tractor. And of course, this is just very, very low impact on the property itself. And I believe that is the presentation, and open to any questions. This would be constructed this spring if approved.
Walter?
Like you said, they're currently on the Fountain property.
Yes.
Why do they want to move?
If I could, I'll have Matt answer that question for you.
Yeah, please. Dwight, why don't you introduce Matt?
Yes, this is Matt Mora. He's with the Palouse Bicycle Racing Club, and also one of the proposers of this project, and one of the leads on the what's already existing over on the Fountain property.
And he won I Made the Grade, right?
Last year, and one time before. The Fountain property is private property, as you know, and it's getting harder and harder to get access to that property. The main driver for that is Joey Fountain, and his wife moved to Seattle, and so they don't mow it or maintain it anymore, and access has become a problem. And so without some place to go, we're kind of locked out of that property.
Okay, so it's effectively no longer available.
No, I wouldn't say it's it is still available this season, probably. So that'll be up through, starting in September, up through probably November. But after that, we don't know. And even this season, it's been kind of questionable about whether we can get in there. We have to do all the mowing now. It used to be that the Fountains would help us with some of that, and now it's all on all of the club members to try to find financing and find a tractor and be able to do all that kind of stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Matt.
A question for Gary. Gary, I presume any added liability to the city would just come under our liability policies, and
Exactly.
Parks and Rec, and Dwight picks up anything that's above our coverage and out of his pocket. And
Like he does now.
Perfect. On that note, since Dwight's going to cover any additional, I'd move that we approve development of the cyclocross course on the north side of the West Palouse River Drive property and authorize funding in the amount of $5,330 for the gravel parking lot construction and the ADA porta potty rental for fiscal year 2015.
I'll second that.
Okay, Dan made the motion, Tom seconded to approve this development of the Cyclocross course on the north side of the West Palouse River Drive property and authorize funding in the amount of $5,330 for gravel parking lot construction and an ADA porta potty rental for fiscal year 2015. I will start with Art.
Aye.
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 And that
Aye.
passes 6-0. So
You had a question?
No,
Who has the question?
I was just going to have an anecdotal comment about it. I got a second cousin who was a dedicated videoer and was frankly, sorry Tyler, but you were turning into a self-basting butterball. And he came along with the cyclocross thing and got into that heavily and shaped right up, video use decreased, and he's a whole lot healthier kid now. So there's a little story for you.
Another anecdotal piece to add. As was mentioned, there's a pump track out at PCEI at the Nature Center, and we have had terrific experiences out there with parents and children and so forth using it. Twice I've had parents of children who have not been motivated or have had reason to not be able to ride or want to ride a bike just in general suddenly get very excited by watching other kids and become engaged, and it's actually helped a couple of parents have said that this has actually helped their kids get more engaged in school. And so in addition to just the physical activity and the involvement with riding bikes, we've heard that some of these parents have said that it's helped their kids be more motivated at the school too. So that's good. Good things are happening, I think, with seeing some of these things.
very good. Well, thank you, Dwight.